recon work has identified the last fuel depot. Go and bomb it flat. Target: a group of fuel production bases. The enemy is using its top guns in this theater. Keep focused and good hunting.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution. Low altitude. Alert. Body damage.
Low. Flying.
Alert. Body damage.
Locked on.
Alert. Body
approaching.
damage.
Altitude too low.
Alert. Body
Flying.
damage. Alert. Body
Enemy
damage.
locked on target. Altitude too low. Flying. Up ahead. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Fire. Shoot it
Low
down.
altitude.
Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Enemy locked. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Hold on a tail. Let's return to mission, buddy. On our left. Up ahead. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Put it down. Here. Out. Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on our left. Bingo! Yahoo! Focus on our 6. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Take off.
Low altitude.
On our right. Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. On our right. Focus on our 6. Enemy great shot. On our right. Up ahead. Focus on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Wasted. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Blew him away! Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Altitude too low. Flying!
Caution.
Bingo!
Low altitude. Alert. Body Body
Turn
damage.
your mission, buddy. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Up ahead. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot him down. On our left. Bogey on our 6. On our right. And up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Back one. Enemy targets located. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Enemy targets located. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Fire. Shoot it down. In the way. Enemy targets located. Bogey on our tail. Up ahead. On our left. On our right. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail. Enemy targets located. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Take off. Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our tail. Enemy targets located. On our left. Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy locked. Take off. Great shot. Don't let him hit. Enemy targets located. On our right. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. On our right. Up ahead. On our left. On our right. Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Pull out of it.
Engine stalled.
Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Pull out of it.
Engine stalled.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy targets located. Take off. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Back one. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our 6. Mission accomplished.
offensive operations are now concentrated on the Scorpion Island fortress. The base itself is a hard nut to crack, but we will isolate it by eliminating its bridge and central runway. Target, Red Suspension Bridge to the island and its Air Force base. There will be plenty of ACAC and SAM defenses around the runway. Go in for one pass, then break off operations.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on cover. Altitude too low. Flying! Bogey on our tail! Bogey on our 6.
Caution.
Pull out of it!
Engine stalled. Caution. Engine stalled.
Up ahead! Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Put it down! Great shot! Don't let him get away! Stay with him! Back one! Bogey on our 6. Take off! Enemy targets located. Bogey on our tail! On our right! Enemy in sight. Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Put it down! Jesus, miss! Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! He is toast! Enemy target located.
Warning.
Missile approaching. Dive! Dive! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! On our right! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy in sight! Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Don't let him get away! Stay with him! Jesus, miss! Don't let him get away! Stay with him away! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get away! Jesus, miss! He is toast! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution. Low
On our left.
altitude.
Moving on our tail. On our left. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our 6. Enemy target located. On our right. Up ahead. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bingo! Yeah! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. On our right. Bogey on our tail. Take off. Enemy in. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss. Up ahead. On our right. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Okay, Jesus, take off. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Don't let Bogey on our 6. Jesus, miss. Jesus, miss. Take off. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Locked on us. Missile approaching. Die. Die. Jesus, miss. On our right. Take off. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Bogey on our 6. Jesus, miss. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss. Bogey on our 6. Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss. Take off. Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Die. Die. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. On our left. Locked on us. Missile approaching. Die. Die.
Caution.
Bogey on our 6.
Warning.
Take off.
Warning.
On our right. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Die. Die. Enemy target located. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot range shot. Bogey on our 6. Let's return to mid. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. On our left. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Bingo! Yahoo! Great shot!
Caution.
Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Low altitude.
Mission accomplished.